The Robert Seabird Institute for Advanced Flexible Manufacturing was excited this week to help kids kick off a summer of fun. The activities with robotics, the interactive activities that involve STEM skills, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They get hands-on experience with robots which they may not have had before. These are sort of new campers that came to us this week. We hope that they gain the skills this week that are going to help them as they move along, and we think are going to be participating in the first LEGO League Robotics, which is an important initiative from NASA's help that encourages kids to consider different skill sets, different educational opportunities, and helps them grow as individuals.
Marcus?
My name is Marcus and this is Benjamin. I'm mostly the programmer and he's my idea man. And what we usually do is we come up with programs and we kind of have to guess every so often to try to find out how we can, like some of the missions, like make the rocket, get the biodomes, or save the astronauts, or pull up the solar panels and the satellite and beacon and all those things. Mostly towards the end of the week we started doing this because we were kind of learning the basics at the beginning. It actually takes a lot of different programs, like we have a bunch of them, and you do not want to know how many times we have failed. We have a program already set. It may not work because you have to place it right at the right spot, and sometimes it doesn't work. There are all these different blocks that you can place, and sometimes you can like place notes for you to remember. And this one is actually one of the easiest ones, and we still struggled with it. It's a little bit slow so that it works. We had to slow it down before it didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't get that one, sometimes it does. But essentially it's supposed to get all three of them and bring them back here. Benjamin got really aggravated with this. It was very hard. Some are really simple, like the rocket, all we had to do is go forward, slam it down, and then back up. And then some of them are really complicated, like that one to save the astronauts. It's really complicated. And then the rocket launches, and what's supposed to do is it's supposed to go up and push that and activate the biodomes. But we couldn't do that even before. We could only get about out here. But and you have to reset it every time, but it's not actually that hard. All you have to do is pull it up like this and then set the rocket up. We had to put the whole thing together, which like everyone here kind of customizes theirs, and we have this little hammer that he came up with, and this spiky thing. It's supposed to save them, so I'm just gonna attach that and yeah, try to save them, hopefully. Most of the time we just kind of make it even worse because we kind of crushed the base, so we hope it doesn't happen this time. Let's hope it works. And most of these have to be slow or it doesn't work because, well, it kind of just doesn't work. And the thing is, it's supposed to get that red to attach onto there so it's hanging off. And it comes back into base. Essentially sits them down, but kind of drops them into space. But this is one of the ones that we actually had, but it was kind of hard. Like we actually had to like set it up, and with the time limit we had, it was kind of hard. But let's hope we can get it this time. And then the beacon sets out. It's supposed to go onto that little hexagon thing, but it was hard.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, That's usually where we end up. But yeah, you only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to try to do most of this stuff, which is it's really stressful. There's the medium motor, which lifts up this thing or puts it down. Then you have the large motor, and then we have the move steering, which this controls, like, say you're turning one way, you have to pull back one wheel, and then it goes forward on the other.
I see.
And there's the move tank, which this is like kind of the structure is like a tank. That's why it calls it a tank. And the display, which is right here, which me and him actually made a coating with that. And then there's sound and brick status light, which we haven't actually tried before. But like sometimes, like say you want to make it look evil, you can't just like put this up there and then put the mad eyes on there. You have to put it in a repeat if you want to keep seeing the face, which go into eyes, tap these, is angry, and then when you look at the screen and you play that, it takes a second because it's new. You can see his eyes, and it changes like that. We actually made a personal program that we made. It's DeathBot, that's what we call it. Now, this one is kind of not really for this mission, but we like it. Yeah, which apparently it's kind of weird. So we put that, and then also we put another one that is, whenever we activate it, kind of like, it does a skull and crossbones and then does the angry face. And essentially it's supposed to go like that, and we had a hi-ya. And we also had it so it says DeathBot, and then it goes like that. Which we have to take the sound and we have to put it so that you actually have to touch this. You have to click record sound, and I'll just do a little bit of a thing. DeathBot, that's mostly what we did, and then if you listen closely, you'll be able to hear it. And it actually comes out of there.
And I wanted to welcome you guys here and thank you all for bringing your campers to our camp. We had a really great week. It was really fun. I was incredibly impressed with how quickly the students caught on, something I could never do, put those robots together. By the day end, they were already programming with the help of all these people. So we're really happy to have them.
My name is Wyatt Kitzmiller. I'm an intern with the NASA IVMV facility in Fairmont. And this week I was one of the instructors for the Huntington Lego Camp here at RCBI. And this week we went over basic robotics for new kids that are interested in robotics in the age group of 9 to 14 years old. And this is one of the first steps for them to get into the first robotics world. So this is first Lego League style robots, Lego EV3 robots. And this week they built and programmed their robots to do different tasks on missions. This camp was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it was Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5 camp. So it makes sense for people that work. They can be able to. It's a summer camp, so they're able to come and drop off their kid at 9, and it's convenient for them for 5 o'clock. And yeah, 4 days. I think the kids had a pretty good time. They thought it was really cool, I think. I mean, I think Lego robots are really cool, but that's just because I've been exposed to robots for the past like 6 or 7 years of my life. So I've kind of grown up with it, but every one of them in my room loved it. I think it's a really good experience, really good hands-on experience for them to be able to pick up the robot and build it and watch it, use the iPad and be able to make it go and do something. So that was pretty cool. When you're in the first program, it starts out with FOO Junior, which is it's younger than, I think it's like kindergarten to not 8-year-olds. And then when you hit the 9, you step into First Lego League, and that is 9 to 14 years old, so that's up to the end of middle school. And then after that is FRC, the First Robotics competition, which is high school kids, which I was a part of a team in Morgantown, Team 2614 Mars. I'm an alumnus of them, and I spent the 4 years in high school designing and building big 120-pound robots and go out and compete with thousands of other teams, and traveling the states with this robot and trailer. And that's really the pinnacle of it, is going through the whole high school program. And then that is now prepared me. I'm now an engineering student at West Virginia University, and I have an internship here with NASA, and I'm continuing to share my knowledge by running these camps with NASA.